Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up here with Season 3 of Black Ops 6 and Warzone, we are going to see a pretty significant weapons update, both adding in a bunch of new weapons, also some old weapons if you catch my drift there, also some new aftermarket parts or ammo mods for various weapons, and of course the usual weapon buffs and nerfs that'll be associated with the patch notes when they drop here in a few days time. And today I wanted to go over all of the details for this upcoming weapons update, explain every new weapon, how to acquire it, what the weapon is going to be like, and what to look out for in general as we move on into Season 3. As we do dive into all the details here, if you enjoy the video, you find the info helpful, a like rating is always seriously appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, you want to guarantee that every single day you are in the know for absolutely everything going on in COD, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and help get us one step closer to reaching 1 million subscribers. But first up here, like I said, we've got a bunch of new weapons coming in with Season 3. Some will be available right at launch through the Battle Pass, others through a free event, others coming at mid-season with the Season 3 Reloaded update. First up here, though, we do have the Kilo 141, which is going to be the easiest weapon to access out of pretty much everything here. It might be the easiest weapon to access in the entire game, quite frankly, because this is initially going to be available as a Warzone login reward. During the downtime on April 2nd to April 3rd when Warzone is offline, if you simply boot up the game and open it into the Warzone menu, you're gonna get the Kilo 141 right away completely for free. Now, if you don't boot up the game in that 24-hour span from 9 a.m. Pacific time on April 2nd to 9 a.m. Pacific time on April 3rd, then it'll be available in the Return to Verdansk event that's starting on April 3rd as well, just as an easy unlock there. But just by simply booting up the menu, you can get this thing right away. They do say with the Kilo 141, this is going to be a fully automatic assault rifle with an ergonomic design that improves handling and a steady fire rate helps stay on target. They also mentioned the Kilo 141 is back and ready to tear it up across multiplayer and Warzone. The weapon's smooth handling, manageable recoil, and steady fire rate give it room to shine in a variety of combat situations, leaving no doubt as to why the Kilo 141 was a favorite in Verdansk. Now that the location is back, it's time to relive the glory days with this hard-hitting primary weapon. Players will automatically unlock the Kilo 141 for use in BO6 and Warzone after logging into Warzone at the launch of Season 3. So I got high expectations with this one, honestly. They did also describe that the default loadouts with the Kilo 141 and then also the HDR, which we'll talk about here momentarily, are going to be very, very competitive with the meta, so I would expect this to be a very solid gun across the board. Next up, we've got the CR56 AMAX. This one is going to be available in the Battle Pass, both as like an individual reward, then also it'll have a blueprint reward as well for page completion, and it's going to be just like the classic AMAX as well, it seems. They say this lightweight 7.62x39 full auto assault rifle is compact and powerful. Built exclusively for military use, the standard issue rifle is deadly at mid-range combat and easily configured for a variety of assault tactics. Combining high damage hits with a fast fire rate and good handling, the AMAX is the perfect mid-range weapon for downing targets fast. Eliminate enemies in 3 to 4 shots up to 25 meters out. That's usually the multiplayer equivalent stats, just a heads up. Leaving plenty left over to chew through equipped armor. Quick reloads get you back into the action fast, a helpful trait no matter how you choose to customize the weapon via the gunsmith. The AMAX, one of my all-time absolute favorite weapons in Warzone. I really, really hope they nail it with the overall feel and handling of this weapon so it does play just like it did back in OG Warzone. You know, rocking the VOK, 3x optic. You had the suppressor monolithic, of course, which, spoiler alert, we'll be talking about that here in just a few minutes as well. Very much so looking forward to the AMAX as well. Our second new Battle Pass weapon is going to be the HDR Sniper. This will also be in the Battle Pass as an individual reward, free for everyone, of course, just like the AMAX, just like all the new weapons in the Battle Pass. It'll also have a blueprint reward in the Battle Pass as well. With this one, they say this is an anti-material bolt-action sniper rifle chambered in 12.7 by 108 ammunition. Bullets have a lower muzzle velocity but remain devastating even at very long ranges. Veterans of Verdansk know the power of the HDR and the havoc a sniper can inflict when it's stationed in high vantage points like the infamous ATC Tower in Airport. The weapon's long reach and heavy damage make it a favorite of sharpshooters. Its distinctive firing sound sends squads running. Add the reinforced barrel attachment to further extend your damage range and bullet velocity, and don't forget to hold your breath for difficult shots. So no direct confirmation of its one-shot range here. It's going to be a heavier sniper, so presumably it's going to be pretty generous, I would imagine, something close to the LR762 or the Frostline or something like that. Ideally, it has an infinite one-shot headshot range, just like back in Warzone 1 with some decent velocity. They did mention it'll have BO6 attachments like the reinforced barrel. Not a huge surprise there, but I really do hope they do right by this so we have a solid meta sniper option that's very nostalgic when it comes to Warzone gameplay. The next new weapon we've got is actually a melee weapon. This is the return of the Kali sticks, and these will be accessible through an event reward. This is going to be the return to Verdansk event as well as the mastery reward for going through and doing everything that this event has to offer. If you don't complete the event in time, then these will become available through the armory per usual. With this, they say it's a 2-hit kill, extremely fast attack speed with short range. The infamous Kali sticks return, dealing out damage with rapid swings that'll take down your target in a flash, smack them with the fast follow-up hits using the weapon's lightning fast attack, or take them out in a more dramatic fashion by unleashing the heavy attack. Use Kali sticks in multiplayer with our new close shave perk to deploy a quick whack against enemies without having to manually swap to your dedicated melee slot first. We all know about the Kali sticks from back in the day. They used to be pretty wild with their lunge and everything. I'm going to be very interested in seeing just how strong these are as a melee when they return. Following that, we've also got a new weapon coming with the Season 3 Reloaded update, or the mid-season update, in the Ladra SMG. This is going to be another event reward option here that we'll get more details on as we get closer to Season 3 Reloaded. With this, they say this is a full auto SMG, extreme rate of fire, excellent range and low recoil. Headshots can help offset lower base damage. What this SMG lacks in power, it makes up for with its blistering fire rate that's effective even in the mid-range fights due to the weapon's low recoil. Consider an extended mag to cut down on reloads and aim for the head to improve your damage output. Pair as well with Scavenger and the Assault Pack, giving you the ammo reserves you need to keep up the pressure and continue spitting out damage. A lot of people are comparing this to the Spectre, I think it was from Black Ops 1. Really fun SMG back in the day. This also kind of gives me Mac 10 vibes a little bit here, just with like the fast fire rate and everything, low recoil. So very excited to see this one debut with the mid-season update. We also have a new special weapon dropping as well to round out the full new weapons in the form of the nail gun. This will be coming in season as an event reward as well. This is a fully auto nail gun, has high damage at close range with fast handling speeds and very low muzzle velocity. Stick it to them with this handy tool configured with a magazine of 15 nails that fire at full auto. The damage drops off quickly after 25 meters and performs best up close. The nail gun's low muzzle velocity can make it difficult to land shots against fast-moving targets, so get them up in your sights and unload before they know what hit them. This armament is a reward earned during the Black Ops Tribute event, which will be going live a few weeks into Season 3. So those are all the new weapons. We also, though, have even more weapon attachments, ammo mods, if you will, various other new weapon designs and features coming with Season 3, including the return of the monolithic suppressor. This is actually going to be available through the battle pass, which is going to be very fun, so everyone will be able to access this one relatively quickly. They say this monolithic core provides superior sound suppression and increased range, so it's going to feel somewhat like the original monolithic suppressor did back in the day. Obviously, you already know we got to try out the Kilo with the monolithic suppressor right away once we get it leveled up and unlocked and everything there. They're also bringing back the Grau 556 in the form of a conversion kit for the SWAT 556. This will be available in the battle pass as well. It converts the SWAT 556 into a fully automatic weapon with lower damage and range, but better accuracy, mobility, and handling. It does block barrel attachments though, which I'm worried about because I want to use those classic Grau irons. I'm a little bit concerned they might screw this one up. We're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, we got to get hands on it, see how it feels, but I'm hoping I can mess around with some of those classic Grau iron sights. We're also going to see a C9 10mm auto 30-round mag conversion kit come in season via a new event. They say this conversion kit uses higher caliber 10mm ammo for increased stopping power. Though the conversion results in some increased recoil and a little bit of a slower fire rate, the extra damage, range, and velocity makes it much more effective. So that's going to be an interesting upgrade to the C9. Maybe make it a bit more practical for sniper support or just have a better TTK in general. And then easily the craziest one here is the Goblin MK2 mini rocket conversion. No, I didn't misspeak there. This is a rocket launcher conversion for an assault rifle. It converts the Goblin into a fully automatic weapon with explosive rocket ammo. Splash damage capabilities come at the expense of bullet velocity and fire rate. Equips a new default barrel and magazine, but it blocks other barrel, muzzle, and magazine attachments. I just feel like this one's going to be crazy broken, or somehow hackers are going to mod this onto other weapons and it's going to be insane. Time will tell, but that description just sounds ridiculous. And then, of course, per usual, as I mentioned back at the start of the video, Season 3 beyond the new weapons, the new ammo mods, and conversion kits is also going to see a major weapon update in the form of balance updates. So weapon buffs and weapon nerfs. They have not gone into any detail with this as of right now. We will get the full info for all of this when the patch notes drop in a few days' time. So obviously, we'll be covering all that stuff. But as I mentioned earlier, they did say specifically that like the default loadouts featuring the Kilo and the HDR are going to be very competitive in the overall meta. So I would anticipate a lot of these new weapons or these nostalgic weapons to be very good because it's going to drive battle pass sales and encourage players to go after those. I also do really hope they go through and they buff some of the MW2 and MW3 weapons so we can have even more nostalgia using some classic guns like the MP7, for instance, on Verdansk for Warzone specifically. But beyond that, the actual details, specific buffs and nerfs and adjustments there will be reserved for the patch notes. When those drop or anything else, goes live or surfaces for Call of Duty, this is the best place to be to stay up to date with everything on a daily basis. So feel free to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video. And if you enjoyed this one, a like rating on your way out would be seriously appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.